What's going on? Holy shit. I haven't come up this way in a long time. Anyway, PTS Trello board. Let's give it a shout, shall we? Honestly, I just want to know, how does everybody like what's in the PTS and on the Trello board for what they listen? If you haven't seen it, you might want to go take a look. Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, sorry, gotta take a drink. Anyway, BTS. Let's talk about this for 1 second, because there's something I saw in there that I can already tell you right now. It's gonna piss a lot of people off. So, if y'all haven't seen the PTS or the Trello board notes, there's an LMG and an SMG that I'm not going to say they're bad, but when it comes to PvP, I can already tell you right now, that shit's going to be more toxic than anything else, because while we don't like shock, and a lot of people don't like shock right now, they've already said they're going to be fixing the shock. They're taking the shock out of PvP. But, as we all know, the developers don't listen to everybody right away. That new LMG, as you get stacks, you're going to be able to set anything on fire. Now, I don't know about y'all, shock is not as bad as fire. Because fire, you can't shoot back, you can't do anything. It's a lot stronger in damage for the status. So, if I build up and put that stuff into status, that means already I'm going to be just, I'm just going to be setting everything on fire. And what was the other one? The SMG. Basically, if you get a status effect done to you, you build up stacks or something along that nature, if I read it correctly, and then you can do that same amount of damage and that status back to other players as well with that SMG. Now, that SMG might work great with the Catharsis mask, because while you're taking damage, you're going to build up your damage. You're going to be able to return that same damage to the player who did the status to you. So that's not a bad situation, right? But still, if I'm able to get those stacks and keep a few of those on that SMG, then I'm going to be shooting everybody with nothing but fire. So we just went from shock to fire. And that's going to be in PvP. Now, don't get me wrong. I hope that these are good for PvE. It'd be great. And I agree with everybody else that status is way too overpowered in the DZ. So that stuff needs to actually be dealt with. And if they're going to be throwing this stuff in there, oh, it's going to be bad. The one thing I do like is the rework of the tip of the spear. They completely reworked tip of the spear. And I've been asking for that one for a while. And then they come out with an exotic chest that gives you even more grenades. So now I can literally keep my weapon damage. I can keep all that other stuff because they're not changing most of that. But I can keep all this stuff going in PvP by using an exotic chest that gives me extra grenades. And as long as I just hit a player with a grenade, I'm going to get that damage. And at the same time, I'm now able to increase the grenade's size, range, damage, everything with just an exotic chest. So that chest actually makes Tip of the Spear viable at this point. It actually could make a good Tip of the Spear build for the Dark Zone. So they're actually making a completely useless brand set worthy of being in the DZ. Maybe not, it won't be a meta, but it'll be useful. So that gives a lot more options to other players who want to use those kinds of things. So that's a great deal. Again, I got to give credit where credit's due, and I also got to knock the devs where the devs are going to fuck up. Because again, being a devil's advocate, I can't say, you know, they're doing all good. I can't say they're not doing all bad. So they did a good thing. They did a really good thing. They actually made it something worthwhile to bring it back. As well as the bad part is, again, this LMG and everything else. Now, the one thing I saw is a brand new brand set. Now, I don't know if anybody's tried it, but as for the incendiary turret, the incendiary turret has always been shipped. We have complained about that since day one. I don't know if anybody's heard about it, but even on the Trello board, the incendiary turret has always been a piece of shit because they made it to where it's only a 90-degree angle. It doesn't have a lot of range. It doesn't have shit. Its duration is crap. Basically, once you use it, it runs out. It's not like an assault turret. But this one here, this new brand or gear set that they're bringing in, I'm guessing brand set or gear set, I think it's a gear set, green one. It's actually going to make that turret viable, where when it explodes, when it's done and it ceases, it explodes and bursts into fire. It also makes it where when you use it, the fucking thing can do a 360-degree turn, and it increases its range. So I'm sorry, but that just literally made a brand new build where the fire turret, it might be good for, like, say, locking down a corridor in PvP or PvE, you know. Not saying it's going to be meta. I'm saying it's going to be something new, something interesting to give a test. Could you just imagine one dude using that right there as your type of Eclipse build, or your guy who's using status, to just lock down one set of a corridor, and that fucking turret just says, hey, I see you, fucker, you're going to die. You know, you don't have to worry about making it angled to where it's aiming straight down a hallway. No, it just does a 360 all the time. So again, some of these things that they're bringing out, they actually sound good for, you know, certain situations. And I don't think any of this stuff's going to be a meta or extremely overpowered, except for the status going to be in the Dark Zone. But it's going to be interesting. But again, I see, and this is the one thing I have to knock the devs for. It's like everything they're doing, every time they come out with a brand new stuff, it's always based around skills and status. Nothing but skills and status. And I'm gotta say, it sucks. And I get in the game, hello, how you doing? I gotta be honest though, in the game, it just, if you're just gonna stick to that, then that's really gonna suck. What else was it? There was, oh God. There's another, what was it? Oh yeah, on to that. Yeah, the shock rounds. Now, from what I understand, I may be wrong on this, don't quote me. From what I understand, they're taking the shock rounds out of PvP off of the Saint helmets. They're just completely taking them out. They're not going to be useful in PvP. As for the holster, I don't think they're taking the holster part out. I may be wrong. I didn't I think I might have read it wrong. I may have missed that part. But from what I understand, St. Elmo's is going to be gone from PvP, just like the fire holster. You're not going to be able to get anything out of it. But at the same time, they're also, their first thoughts when all this PTS got done, their very first thought when their very first PTS with the St. Elmo's was there, they were thinking about changing it from 70 rounds to 100 rounds to 200 rounds, but everybody was complaining about it so much, which rightfully so. It does suck just getting shocked, but you can build a build around that. But at the same time, they were complaining about it so much that, hey, we're just going to say we're not going to increase this to where you can keep it in PvP. We're going to take it out. But at the same time, now they bring in an LMG that's going to be able to set players on fire. So we're trading shock for fire. And I don't know how you guys feel about that, but to me it just, I can already see that that's going to be fucked up. You know, we're trading one bad thing to gain another. And I'm not saying the devs aren't going to be smart and prevent that from going into PvP right off the rip, but if they don't, I can tell you right now, there's going to be so many people just like, dude, why? What the fuck, devs? So, I don't know. You guys let me know what y'all think on that. I think it's a legit concern. Holy fuck. I haven't been up this way in so damn long. My ears are popping. Playing something else, Call of Duty, yeah. And I don't blame you. I mean, a lot of players I know, a lot of like most of our clan, my original clan, everybody stopped playing with all the nerfs, all the glitches, the bugs, and yeah, I mean, hell, even right now, there's one out there like, okay, here, y'all got to hear this one out, just for a split second. So we found the invisibility glitch. I got banned for it, right? I legitimately used it and I got banned for it. But here's the funny thing. We found that the invisibility glitch is back. It's just the steps to accomplish the invisibility glitch are just a little different. It's literally back. So they banned all these people, just like they banned all these people for using that last exploit, getting all the SHD levels. They ban all these people, but they don't fix it. They just revert a little way on how to accomplish it. And they leave it in the game. They don't ever take this shit out. So that's why, again, my biggest concern is they're taking out the St. Elmo's shock. But is that right there going to bring back the incendiary holster talent and fuck that up to where it's usable again big time in the dark zone? With the burned bullets from the fucking LMG that they're bringing in. Are these going to be legit concerns that, hey, you didn't really fix this, you just tweaked it a little bit, and you didn't actually take it out of the game, now we've got it back, and it's going to make the game even more unplayable for the people who play Conflict or DZ or stuff like that. Yeah, great for the PvE guys who are over here doing missions and stuff like that, but you're fucking your other bunch of guys over here in PvP, and that's always what y'all do. I don't know. That's just me. That's my little rant on the whole thing, because it's just tiresome. It's tiresome to see that they bring out something, and don't get me wrong, I like the stuff that they're bringing out. Some of the stuff I'm going to probably enjoy. It's going to give me a lot more build diversity, because I've got now basically three gear sets that are going to be somewhat viable to actually make builds around. Not that they're going to be great builds, but they'll be something that'll work. And, you know, a few other weapons that are going to make a few builds probably change, maybe make them a little bit better for PvE. I don't know about PvP, but it's actually going to bring some build diversity back to the game. You know, how people play it. It's actually going to bring that stuff back. But again, it all still comes down to the question of who's it really going to be fucking over? Who is this update and these things really going to be fucking over? Yeah, Firecrest has returned. I don't know how this is going to end up, honestly. Because again, I mean, okay, so if they went and did all these updates, all these patches, everything was legit, and the PTS comes out, or the new stuff comes out, and they actually fix all this stuff, just like they said they did before. If they really did it, why the hell is the invisibility glitch back? And if y'all think I'm joking, believe me, I've seen video. It's out there. It's the video that I've seen right now. It's private. They will not be showing it. They're not trying to show players how to do it, because one, we don't need that stuff getting out there to the public. We don't need to continuously try to ruin the game. But it's really pissing me off that the developers fix. They say that they fix something. They say that they patch it, take it out of the game, and they really did. They really just put like a small band-aid over it, trying to hide the giant scar, and just leave it there. Because if that one's there, that means that the damage glitch is still there. If the damage glitch is still there and the invisibility one's still there, those are back, then that means the other ones. That even means that they probably didn't. That also means that they probably didn't even fix what you call it. No, I'm actually in Wyoming. I'm up here shuttling a tractor and a trailer up here to Wyoming. Yeah, I'm going to be going into Montana probably tonight or later on today. But again, the one problem I have to say is if the invisibility glitch is back, and if y'all don't know, please go look at my community board, please. I posted about it. The gentleman that I told y'all about, Gray Fox, he's the one who I guess finally found out how to do it. He's seen other players doing it to him, so he went out, found it. I tested it. I got it to work twice, and I showed him that it's working on Xbox. We've sent the video footage to Morton. Morton and them, we have it on a private video. Again, we're taking the proper steps. We're making sure that they know about it. They're trying to fix it and everything else. And we're not trying to get it out to the public. We're not trying to ruin the game. We're just trying to fix the fucking game. But if we can actually get this stuff fixed, what bothers the shit out of me is if this is still here in the game, and that means the other ones are here. Invisibility glitch, damage glitch, what was the other one? The ladder glitch. All those are probably still in the fucking game. And if they send out a patch with all brand new stuff, you know what that means. It's going to undo all this shit, and we're just going to be plagued with the first 2 weeks of whatever this new stuff is with just crap. We're just going to get crap upon crap upon crap for the first 2 weeks. And don't get me wrong, I love this game. I really do. There's something about this game that's just intoxicating that brings me back to have fun with friends, but it's almost at the point I gotta find another game. I don't know, I might try to get Starfield. Has anybody played, that was it, this Starfield game or something like that? Has anybody played that? Is it any good? I've heard some good reports about it. I don't know. People, what y'all doing? It's 45 and we're going 30. I hate these new semis like this. I hate them. Ugh. I'm only doing this because of the money. They're paying me to shuttle a tractor all the way up here to Billings, Montana. Take this load for this guy. Make sure it delivers, because they trust me to actually get the load and fucking deliver. My ears are popping. God, I just want to get back to Texas. Get me back to the flat ground where I can see my dog run away for 4 days and still yell at him. I don't know. But no, that's one thing I just want to ask. Like, whoever's watching, any of my viewers, honestly, I just want to know what y'all really think. I mean, if y'all haven't seen, I'll post a link up on the community post after this with this video link on here. Just let me know what y'all think about the stuff on the Trello board. I mean, really, do y'all like what's up there? I'm leery. I like it. I'm still leery though. After seeing that LMG and the SMG and what they can do. back to my Pete. I mean, technically this is the Peterbilt, but give me back to my long nose. I just want to go back to my long nose. Yeah, again, tip of the spear does sound a little weird, but the new exotic chest that they brought back might actually make it viable. Because, I mean, most tip of the spear builds you have, which at least for PvP, you have to hit something with a grenade. So, in a sense, they're making tip of the spear, if they still keep that grenade part for the Dark Zone, they're actually going to make that viable, not like a meta build, but it'll make it viable in the Dark Zone for some players who might be good with grenades. And then after they use a grenade, they get their weapons, you know, their weapon damage. So maybe it will be. And yeah, that's the big thing. It's basically just a season of status, and that was one of my main things about this. Is every time we get something, it's about skills or status. It's never about guns. It's never about, you know, PvP. It's about skills and status. But again, don't get me wrong. Maybe some of these builds might work decent in certain aspects in PvP. I mean, hell, could you imagine? Basically like Firecrest, you have fucking 360 burn turret that you just drop to burn everybody nearby. Yeah, the chest and backpack talents. Those are good too. I like those. And I think there's also a new AR. Is it the G36 AR or something like that? Where it's got the perfect steady-handed or something of that nature? Where I believe it increases your stability and accuracy or something like that. It's like one shot per something increases. So basically, the more shots you land, the better it gets. G36, yeah. So I could see that getting really good where no player needs any weapon handling. I mean, hell, you land stacks and you just get more damage. Fuck, I would love to see that work with clutch. I mean, could you imagine? You're just landing shots, you get clutch, and if clutch ever does make a comeback, you could actually have better chance at critting because now you're landing shots, you're getting your accuracy, you're getting your stability, you're able to land those shots even better. I mean, that'd be just fucking insane. And it would work good with the perfect clutch the Devils do because it gives you crit chance. Oh, is it first? Oh, I knew I read that wrong. I knew it. Thank you. Yeah, see, I thought it was for landed. I knew I probably read that wrong. As I said, don't quote me on any of this video. I just kind of took a quick glance over everything. I'm going off just what I barely remember. Yeah, because if that be the case, Jesus Christ. But again, even with tip of the spear, another one already exists. Yeah, it's steady hand. I think this one here, I think there is something about it where it's perfect. It's basically perfect steady handed. This one here, I think, goes up to what, 75% or something of that nature. I think the regular steady handed is like 50%. So this one here should make it where it's even more of a laser beam. I might be wrong. I think it was 75%. In all honesty, I would honestly say that that gun right there, and this is the one thing I want to get, is if I get that weapon, I would want to test that on a striker's build. Because that would be insane. You already have the weapon handling from the strikers. Then you're able to land shots like crazy. And even without landing shots, you get that stability and accuracy where your gun just becomes a laser beam from afar. Like, that would just be wrong. No, I was saying something else. What was it? Crap. Oh, the one thing I'm scared about is tip of the spear. If they're making a change to tip of the spear, that might also mean a change where there's a possibility. I'm not saying it will happen. I'm hoping the devs do themselves something right and don't fuck this up. But please, dear God, don't just go bringing tip of the spear back to where it works in the PvP area, and next thing you know, everybody's just walking around with a fucking new tube. Because I can already tell you that right there would be toxic as hell. Fun, but toxic as hell. Oh my God, you drive me nuts, truck. But again, these are just some things, some legit concerns I have. Again, I don't know unless you guys tell me if you agree or if you see the same things, the same problems coming up. Again, I try to be the voice of the community, from the community, so whatever you guys tell me, what your concerns are, I take to the developers whenever I can. I don't see any wildfires up here. on rigor. But just from my knowledge, it works pretty well. Oh, Buffett. Yeah, I could see that. As for that, the explosive resistance, skill health, and LMG, no. I don't think that's going to be good. However, I do see needing that explosive resistance viable. As for skill health, LMG, no. That right there, they need to rethink that, because I don't even see where they're trying to take that. Because, I mean, hell, they're bringing out an LMG that does fire, right? Why wasn't there status effect in there? And then why on a third piece or something like that, why is there LMG damage after all that? Like, it should have been, from what I understand and everything's going, maybe status effect, LMG, and explosive resistance, if they want to do it that way. But skill health? Really? Why skill health? Hitting fucking bugs, and it fucks up the damn video. There we go. That's better. But again, I mean, if that's what they're going to go for, they're going to go with status effects. Why skill health? Hey, hell, the LMG's already coming out with fucking status effects. Explosive resistance, again, I agree. I do get that. Yeah, and that was another one. Foam bullets. Yeah, because you imagine that, an SMG, and I even thought the same thing. Okay, so imagine this. You don't need bleed, you don't need riot foam, you don't need shock, you don't need fire. You just need the SMG on a Has-Pro build. In so doing, if someone hits you with anything, you just need to be like 90% where you can take anything, you know, bleed, whatever in the DZ. Put an SMG on a Has-Pro build. The moment you take even a little bit of riot foam, you just turn and burn the dude down with riot foam. Now he can't move. And not only that, say you also have a catharsis, right? So you have a catharsis on your player, on your build. You have that SMG on your build. The catharsis gets rid of some of the status effects after it gets to a certain point. So let's say you're taking bleed and burn. Now, you just turn and burn the dude after it clears off you from your catharsis to get heals, to turn and burn the dude with the status he just did back to you. I guess in a way, I'll say this. I guess in a way it's kind of how they wanted to get rid of some of the people who complain about Hasbro not being back on the all gear mask. And instead of giving us that back, they said, you're complaining a lot about status. Here, how about we allow you to take in status and then give status back out through your weapon of what they did to you. It's bold. I like it. How it's actually going to be used and what it may do to the game, time will tell. New color, brand sale will be, I don't know. Oh, what the other guy say? Yeah, military G36, perfect. Yeah. Yeah, now see that I can't agree with. Because again, I don't know. So in the known, y'all might be able to find it. I may have read this wrong, and that's why I said don't ever quote me on this video, because I had to do a quick glance while I'm over here working. If what I read is correct, on the Trello board on the known issues, they said that they're taking out the exotic St. Elmo's shock rounds, but I do not believe that they're taking out the holster shock. So even if you still have the St. Elmo's in your hand and you have the shock holster on, you could still do melee damage and shock a target if you slap them. But as for the shock rounds, they're taking those out of PvP. But, and the reason I bring that up is, like he said right there, the fire holster needs a buff. I agree with that, because if they're going to keep the shock holster in and all I have to do is walk up and slap somebody, yeah, it has a cooldown before I can use it again. Why does the fire corners or something like that? Yeah, if a player's in sight, I can slap him, shock him, and everything else. But okay, keep the time of the fire holster, but why not let it reach around a corner? You know what I mean? Yeah, so, no, that's a good thing. Okay, so that's a good thing for the exotic chest. Yeah, it may have made Mad Bomber pointless, but think about this. You now get more grenades, you get more damage on your grenades, which is a plus, and at the same time, without having tip of the spear, you can then also regenerate grenades. So let's say you use a grenade and you waste it, right? But you got grenade challenges that you need to do. Rather than having to go back to the checkpoint or to a safe house or, you know, back to the base of operations, you can now just regenerate grenades. So they basically made Mad Bomber 100% pointless, but they gave you something even stronger now. Like, I'd say 3 times as strong. Yeah, just rough estimate, 5 times as strong. But the big question is, if they did that, what are the talents and the attributes going to be on that chest? That's a big question. Thank you for that on the tux and all that. When I make a build video, I just want you guys to know that whatever build it is, it's going to work in PvP or in PvE or both. If it doesn't work in either one of those where it actually gives you the absolute best feel for your game, I'm not going to bring it out here. I'm not going to sit here and spam you with St. Elmo's build this. Oh, I just changed up this one piece on my build. Here's another St. Elmo's build. You know? Oh, I'm just using everything with Memento backpack. So here, I'm just going to change all this around and I'm still using the Memento backpack and it's godlike. I'm not trying to bullshit you guys. I'm not trying to hype you up over some piece of crap build. If my builds work, they work. I can't remember who the fuck it was, but someone sent me a video a couple weeks ago sitting there saying that ongoing directive is stronger with status effects on the attributes with red cores because it gives you more damage. What? Dude, you get more damage out of your build in PvP and PvE when you use a weapon that has crit chance and critical hit damage to get the status effects out. Use Wicked on your backpack and then it just becomes the player's choice. Are you using an SMG or a shotgun? If you're using those two, you put a Grupo backpack on or a Sokolov backpack so you can get that damage out for that weapon. Or if you're using an AR or an LMG, you go with a Seska backpack so you can get the crit chance out, and you go either all blue or all red. Ridgeway's chest piece, and then you always have status. Yeah, it was I can't remember. Did they? I might be wrong. They said they're increasing that to what it was 20% weapon damage in PvP or something like that after you got one of the talents, and then beforehand once you hit them with a grenade or with a specialization weapon it's 40%. I think they're keeping the 40% part, but I think they changed it to what was it, 15 and 30? If I remember reading it right, I think it was 15 and 30. So they've now increased it an extra 10%. And I believe it's based on if you use a chest piece or a backpack talent. One of those two, I think, is what's going to give you that extra damage. Yeah, weapon damage and reload speed. Which I don't know if a lot of people know about this, but if you actually do tip of the spear right now with weapon handling on it, it's actually not that bad. Like, I just went weapon handling, and my grenade launcher, crossbow, the sniper rifle, all those, dude, that weapon handling, I guess it works for even those, man. It fucking reloads fast as shit. Yeah, the new exotic chest has got where you get, I believe it's 3 extra grenades. It increases the grenades radius, increases the grenades damage, and then there is another, I think the fourth part to the chest is it also regenerates grenades every 60 seconds. So you're getting 4 things for the price of 1, of where I believe if you kill, oh, and also if you kill something with a grenade or damage it with a grenade, that also will refund your grenade. So even if your grenade doesn't kill something, that exotic chest piece talent, even if it doesn't kill it, it'll still refund you the grenade as long as you damage it. While the other chest piece talent, Mad Bomber, you had to get the kill to get the refund. So that new exotic chest piece just basically made those builds right there way better. Way better. Because now I can see somebody, I can see one team of people somewhere, and don't get me wrong, I can see this happening. Someone's going to put that exotic chest on, and they're going to be running around the DZ with that, with Sledgehammer, and just chunking grenades left and right. It's going to be a grenade fest in the Dark Zone. That's it. That's all it's going to be. Someone's going to have that exotic chest, put Sledgehammer on, and just chunking those things. Yep. I agree with that. Firecrest, definitely. But yeah, someone's going to be putting on either Grenadier to get that extra explosive damage, or they're going to be putting on the Firewall to get those extra grenades out, or they're just going to be putting on Survivalist and just chunking grenades left and right with Sledgehammer. And if that grenade radius is what they said, I think it was 30 or 50% on the grenade radius, just like Mad Bomber, bro, they wouldn't even throw fire grenades. Someone's going to end up being smart and putting on the sniper rifle guy, the sharpshooter, and just spamming blinder grenades. That's all they're going to do, because those things have a bigger radius than the fire ones. And if they've already got a bigger radius and you do that, and just by damaging or hitting a player with that, and it works in the DZ, dude, they're going to be constantly blinded. Everybody is going to be constantly fucking blinded because you wouldn't be able to get out of the radius. And that flashbang, dude, that fucking flashbang right there, it explodes faster than all the other grenades. So you can basically just spam blinder grenades just by hitting a player. It will refund it back, or you get them back every 60 seconds in PvP, and just people chunking blinder grenades where nobody could outrun it in the time that it would explode. Like, if it was me right now, I'll be honest, I would want to find an AR right now that you could put Sledgehammer on, put on that fucking gear set, and get ready with Tip of the Spear. Get you a Tip of the Spear build, make sure you have the chest piece empty so you can put that chest piece on there, and then put on probably like a, oh, what is else? What else? I think there may be something else that gives perfect eyeless. I can't remember. I know that there's a sniper rifle. I think it's called the Darkness. And then there's another weapon out there that gives perfect eyeless as well. I can't remember which one. But yeah, you're just going to be able to spam blind everybody all day long. And just put a Sledgehammer on that weapon and go to town. I got people already messaging me about PTS is already going to be garbage as hell. We got Discord, Twitter, fucking, what else was that? Jesus Christ, man. My phone is blowing up right now. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so, okay, I don't know if I read that right. Okay, I actually messaged the devs over probably 2 months ago. And I gave them a list of all the perfect, the perfect talents they need to come out with. And my number one, I said, was perfect unstoppable force. Because here's why, okay? If you guys like negotiators and you're running it without unstoppable force, you're missing out. Because all you gotta do is get 3 kills, and you can get 3 kills really easy with negotiator. You get unstoppable force, right? You're already got like 3 out of the 5 kills you need. And as you keep tagging other shit, you can just keep getting it back and getting it back and getting it back. Unstoppable force works beautifully with negotiators. So I asked them, I was like, why is there not a perfect unstoppable force? I got a message about 3 weeks ago of, we're actually thinking about doing this. And they asked me what I said. I said, it just needs to be not 20 or 25%, it needs to be 30%. If you do anything, it needs to be 30%. And I thought I saw it in there, but I don't know if I saw it. So yeah, they did. I knew it. 35%. It's 35%. They basically just made vigilance like not even worth it anymore. As long as you're getting kills, dude, you're going to have 35% on your backpack. And as long as you can keep those kills going, I mean, just imagine you're in PvP and you like vigilance. Sorry, I'm cutting in and out, guys. There's out here in the middle of the boonies. But anyway, yeah, it basically made vigilance pointless now. Because all you have to do is get 7 kills, boom, you've got it. 7 kills and you got 35% weapon damage. Hell, that even works with Hunter's Fury. Jesus Christ. Could you imagine Hunter's Fury? You gotta get 5 kills to get 25% for the chest or the talent piece anyways. You put Unstoppable Force on your backpack on a Hunter's Fury, you've got 35% right there. And then at the same time, you can walk around with like a Perfect Companion. Now you got 20%. That's 55 plus 25. Dude, you're talking 80% weapon damage on a Hunter's Fury? Dude, Hunter's Fury right there with perfect Unstoppable Force and having Perfect Companion, dude, that build is going to be so fucking easy to just walk around and kill shit now. Damn bugs. But anyway. Alright, man, take care. Jesus Christ, man, the phone is going nuts. Yeah, that would be nice. From what I understand, yeah. I mean, it's the same as regular Unstoppable Force for the time. I don't think, if I read that, I couldn't remember what the numbers were, but I do remember the time. I believe the time is still going to be 15 seconds. So they're not changing the time, they're changing the amount of damage you get. Which was another thing I told them about. I said, look, if you're going to fix these kinds of things, you need to go back to the Perfect Spark. The Perfect Spark on the group of the door kickers, that one needs to go to 20%, not having 20 seconds or 25 seconds of duration. It needs to go from 15 to 20. You did the same thing with Companion. You got regular Companion, which gives 15. You got Perfect Companion that gives 20. Yeah, one's on the backpack, one's on the chest. But you did the same thing with Spotter. Spotter has 15, Perfect Spotter has 20. So why is things like this right here, whenever y'all do perfect talents, do you not give more damage? The Hannah U backpack, The perfect combined arms has 30% versus 25% on a regular one. Yet if you also go to perfect tech support, which is stupid because it's on an Alps, it would be nice to have that on a Wyvern. You could have a Wyvern backpack with 30% perfect tech support. I even threw that at them. They're like, no, we'd have to change a lot of stuff up and rework the game and blah, blah, blah. So why not give us, so you're already looking at more damage, So why doesn't perfect give us 30% damage? There was another one, versatile. Why is there not a perfect versatile? Don't get me wrong, 35%. I told them in a Reddit, I messaged them on their board and everything. I said, guys, if you're going to give us more talents, why is this one here at 35%, but none of the other ones aren't? There's no perfect unstoppable force that gives 35%. There's no perfect concussion that gives 35%. The biggest and strongest talents, but you give us versatile, where all I've got to do is have a shotgun and an SMG, swap between them, and I get 35%. Why do you not give us stronger talents on the perfect ones? Like almost everything y'all give us, like again, door kickers is the best example I gave them. I said, if I go get regular spark, it's 15%. I go get perfect spark, it's still 15%. But yet you do the same thing with the chest piece talents of spotter, glass cannon. And I even told them, why don't we have a perfect obliterate? Mountains are fucking with my sinuses. Yeah, there's tons of other talents out there that honestly should be reworked. Like, what was the other one? Someone mentioned this one to me. Why in the hell is the perfect wicked not give 5% more damage? They're both at 18. It's just, you get longer duration. Was it 20 seconds to 27 seconds? Why do I not have, hell, just give me 3% or 2% where it hits even more? Yep. Well, there's another one. I gave, yeah, perfect wicked. Don't get me wrong, 18% is still pretty strong, but why is there the perfect one not at 20% or something like that? You know, just give it an example. What was another one? What's the one that you got to get into cover on your backpack? Fuck, I can't remember the name of it right now off the top of my head. But anyway, there's no perfect talent for that. Why is there not one for that? Composure, I think, isn't it? Yeah, composure. Why is there not a perfect composure? Go from 15 to 20. could you imagine having composure on your build on an Umbra with a perfect composure on your backpack? You get damaged while you're in cover. You come out of cover and you got a skill nearby. And then you got perfect, God, what is it? Obliterate. Where you go from 25 to 30.